In my home, sweet home, I keep chrome next to my bones. Alters my walk to limping.
Track 1, Self-Made. Alright, man, let's see what this man got.
Made it out my mama crib, then bought my mom's a crib. She gon' let me fuck, she like that Lil Boat ad-lib. And we ad-lib.
Lil Boat.
Like he calling me cone. And she ride it like a broom. And I drop times like it's Joan. And we keep asking, we gon' do a song, I'ma keep...
Okay, intro, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and say that was, you know, totally horrible. He did say a couple questionable lines in there, you know, like riding. She ride it like a broom. He said the jibs chain, short chain. That was kind of that was laughable. But you know, nothing really special on the intro. You know, the beat was cool. You know, like he's bringing in the hard bangers. That's what I'm expecting because I think that's what's really gonna save him throughout this this tape. This is production. At least you know in past projects from Lil Yachty. You know, it was always his production. You know, that kind of like you know saved him. And it always keeps people interested. So yeah, not bad. Track 2, Boom, featuring Ugly God.
Why you niggas hating? Niggas ain't getting no money, man. And that little car go fast. And that little car goes on. That little bitch got a fat ass. Take that little bitch to the room. Boom, 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 boom. Ain't give a fuck about your car.
I mean, hey, look, it was leading to something cool until he started doing the boom boom, yo.
And I on my chain, blow the bitch up like a new, I do this shit for my mama. My mama told me don't forget about my roots.
Yeah.
I just been counting my commas, talk down. I'ma start that boy out of my boots.
Yeah.
Hop on your ass, gone for the low. My shooters gon' run to the moon. Then I'ma fuck.
Hey, this be nasty. Ugly guy eating this shit.
Hey, I'ma shoot shots, she talk down on my name. I don't miss shots, but my chopper got aim. Bitch.
All right, let's see what Yachty got, man.
Dropping roll, death row. I bust this car for 20s. These niggas hate that I'm rich. These niggas hate on my bitch.
Yo.
Fuck her the fuck up. Fucking I do cause she stuck up. Crowd hands up like a sticker. Hit a flick of the wrist. Back on lemony swatch. That's not a boy, that's my nigga, that's swatch. And that little car go fast.
Yeah.
And that little car goes on.
Yeah.
That little bitch got a fat ass.
Yeah. Other than the part at the beginning where he was like, boom, 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 boom. The track overall, man, I was definitely feeling that. I felt like Ugly God ate his verse. That beat was really well put together. Even Lil Yachty, man. Lil Yachty did his thing on that track. Look, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Y'all know I'm one of the most straight up people on YouTube, man. Look, if I like something, I like it. And if I don't, I don't. I mean, look, it's not gonna make or break my day lying to y'all. But this track right here, man, boom. If the rest of the tape is like this, you know, we might have something special here. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. We might have something here. People might have been wrong. Track 3, Oops, featuring 2 Chainz and this other guy named K Supreme.
Rap over Butterfinger, hit him, then my brother follow up. That's a double stinger. Told the bitch true, she run around like a Jerry Springer. It could be a opera singer.
I told the bitch the truth. She run around like Jerry.
2 cribs, 6 cars, out of 22. Oops. Oops. Fucking nigga, bitch, I'm like, oops. Pass it to the gang, nigga, that's alley-oop. Ride around town in an all-white coupe. Gang of bad bitches, blow a nigga like shit.
Blow a nigga like...
X-Sounds, live from the block, shine in the dark, grind a la carte, time on the clock, can't get it back. Where you niggas at? Social Disease can't take it now. Tired of the fraternize, I'm as real as they advertise.
Late night, I'm out with your bitch. Someone took a pic. Oh, what that is up on my wrist.
There's one thing, you know, I did want to say from the last track that I wanted to put to light. He said that there's a reason a lot of people are hating on his albums and, you know, his music is because they're not getting enough money. I mean, I feel like that's such a broad statement because if you really think about it, yeah, for the most part, a lot of people that listen to your music aren't as rich as you. That's true. But so what's the excuse then when you have people like Russell Simmons and, you know, P. Diddy and, you know, people in that bracket that say your music is literal trash? Like, what's their excuse? Because I'm pretty sure your money isn't touching anything to P. Diddy, like not even a little bit. So when P. Diddy says your shit is trash, then what's your excuse to that? I feel like that statement was just so broad. Like, yeah, I mean, when you got 12-year-old, 13-year-old kids listening to your music, I mean, yeah, apparently a lot of them don't really have money. I mean, it is what it is. So I do say, you know, usually the statement is, you know, if you have a lot of haters, then usually you have a lot of success which is true. But I'm not gonna sit here and say that, you know, their reasoning for hating you isn't valid, because it's, you know, you make some terrible music. Like, half the time I feel like, you know it's bad, and you know you can rap, because I've heard tracks where you can rap, like D to the A, for example, with T Grizzly. My dude, you was on beat, you was doing your thing, you know how to spit, and I feel like, you know, most of the time you're just kind of like a troll. I mean, that's just what it is. Like this track right here, Oops. Like, that's a troll ass title, you know what I'm saying? Track 4, Talk to Me Nice. Or Don't Talk to Me at All. Featuring Quavo.
Got a white bitch, but I call her Coco. 10 so dark, hide in front of photo. 20 years old, I'm 12, I'm saying. I'm fucking this hoe from the West End.
Add it on the sprinter, put it on the Lil Boat. This is not a rental. I own this hoe. That way, yeah. Look at these prices. Look at the ice and the way I rock these jewels. Tell me nice.
Think I inspired, and I need that. Never ask no one for feedback. Got a bitch to setting niggas up. Shawty love saying rat traps. Shawty love eating rat snacks. At the crib with a F and N, got a...
Alright, my statement stands, man. Like, the production is really the highlight of his projects. Like, it seems like nothing has changed here so far, because I'm not gonna lie, track 1 to track 4, other than Oops, have been, you know, like, I'm loving the production. I love how, you know, the bass hits me hard right in the face. It's doing its job right there. I felt like that track, though, man, it says featuring Quavo, but I felt like it was mostly Quavo. You know, Yachty had a verse towards the end and a little towards the middle, but for the most part, you know, Quavo really shined on that track. I feel like, you know, I just wanted to hear a little bit more out of Yachty on a good beat like that, you know what I'm saying? Track 6, Get Money Bros, featuring T Grizzly. All right, man, you know, hopefully we get another D to the A, man, because that is one of my favorite Yachty tracks, next to that Super Mario sample one he had on the first Lil Boat.
Check wasn't high enough, I told him lift it. But I brought a roller cause my brother gifted. That pussy pretty, but I still gotta sniff it. Holton got chains on, I call that certificate. Ooh, where your money, little nigga?
What?
Pussy pretty, but I still gotta sniff it. Holton got chains on, I call that certificate.
That pussy pretty, but I still gotta sniff it. The whole team caught chains, I call it certificate. Somebody's please, look, I know the whole pussy smelling thing, by all means, you know what I'm saying? Like, just because it looked like roses don't mean it smelled like roses, all right? But someone explained to me my team got chains. I call it certificate. I need to know what he mean by that.
Shit I seen in my hood made me the type to sneak in the awards with my pole. 3 million, I got that in cash. 400K, got that in gold. Co-signing no racks, talking to the cops. Only time these niggas stay facts. Leave a nigga brains in his lap. He was driving chopper, put him in the back.
Pimpin', I ball like I'm pimpin'.
My overhead get so janky right now, bro. Come pick your bitch up. My shit ain't working. You pull up on tip, I'm a headshot shoot. Ain't gotta pick your shit up.
I just want to know, man, why'd y'all pick that beat? Like, I understand, you know, it was kind of like that chill rap. I don't understand. D to the A was fire. Why fix something that's not broken? Because the flow that you guys have, you guys need a fast beat, all right? It is what it is. I don't understand why, you know, you would just change it up. That track right there wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. Maybe, you know what I'm saying, like, after a couple listens, I'll probably like it. But I guess I was, you know, my expectations were really high because I was expecting something like D to the A. And that was nowhere close, man. Let me know if I'm being too hard right now, because I'm sitting here and I'm really trying to enjoy my shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really sitting here and I'm trying to enjoy it. I'm sorry for the Lil Boat fans out there. Look, I'm just saying. Track 6, Count Me In.
Banging out that motherfucking back though. Yeah, you sippin'.
That Pierre, you know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, Pierre, you gonna let me in? Yeah.
But you not sippin' act though. She won't hit. I said, nigga, please. Touch my riches, you'll get stitches. You think talk is cheap? I've been flexing for a while now. Stripper bitches trying to trap me for a child now, yeah. And it's clip like a game of poker. Poker face, Coleo go. These nigga popo. Been sitting on 24-4. That shit is skirt. She eat nut like a burger. She said it's sweet. Just like nectar.
Sweet like nectar, man. What the fuck?
Smoke pussy boy, please be specific. And my new young bitch pussy on you can count me in. Yeah, fucking on some hoes, you can count me in.
Alright, man, that track right there, I can bump with that. Alright, see, that's what I'm talking about. Give us something like that. Just give us energy. Give us something that, you know, just stay. Look, Yachty, just stay in your lane. Look, that's what I understand, man. Just stay in your lane. If you do that, you know to make the music that you're capable of, I think a lot of people won't really hate on you. Because look, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not really a fan of Yachty music. You know what I'm saying? This goes out to the Yachty fans. I'm not really a fan of his music. He's not a go-to when in my rotation. If there's one thing I do respect about the kid is, though, you know what I'm saying? Like he said, 20 years old, already successful. You know, collabs with Nautica and stuff like that. You know, selling records and making money. You know, being a millionaire in your teens. You know what I'm saying? Like that's something amazing. That's an accomplishment. He made it out the hood. We're not attacking your character. You know, we're just talking about your music. I don't hate you as a person. I just don't agree with your music. And I think that's something that a lot of people get confused with when we say you hate Lil Yachty. I don't necessarily hate Lil Yachty, the person Lil Yachty. I'm just not a fan of the music. We're gonna keep it like that. I think a lot of people don't really, know those lines, know those boundaries, when they say certain things. But that track right there, man, yeah, that's a party banger right there. I can definitely vibe with that one. Give me 11 more of them things, all right? Track 7, She Ready, featuring PNB Rock.
My main bitch, ayy, she thinks she ready to be famous, ayy, she says she wanna be my wife, count, all these things on my account, lift up the chart with a mouth, hit it home once I jeter, to the fame, but you on a private place, shawty just don't ever touch, and we can go straight to the top, you want the drop, I just got that new McLaren, oh that's that new Gucci you wear.
I think he messed up PNB Rock on that track just because PNB just used a different kind of auto-tune. I think I enjoy me some PNB Rock music, especially when you kind of have like that trap R&B, if that's what you want to call it. I like when PNB Rock kind of does that. Him reminding me of like a Ty Dolla $ign's little brother. And I like the music that he makes. It's vibes all around. I like what he does. But this man, Lil Yachty, man, when he gets that like high-pitched auto-tune voice, man, it really doesn't do justice for me. Like, I do say as time has gone on throughout Lil Yachty's career, from Lil Boat and Teenage Emotions, I feel like this man Lil Yachty he's getting better with the music from an engineering standpoint. Just, having music that sounds clearer for the most part. But I'm not saying that his musical content is getting better, because I feel like he just hasn't gone anywhere and he's not going in any direction with that. But in terms of, his production, his engineering, all that stuff, staying on beat, stuff like that, I feel like he's just getting a tad bit better with it. Track 8, Love Me Forever.
Love me today, love me forever. Ride with me, babe, riding forever. Love me today, forever. Ride with me, babe, riding forever.
Okay, I kinda like this
Love
one.
me today. Drop the top on the coupe and do donuts in the light. Hold it down for me, baby, watch my body. Love me forever. Ride with me, babe.
See that track right there? Like, I like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, Yachty, that's the perfect auto-tune sound for you. I don't like when you go super high pitch. Just give us a little bit of auto-tune. Don't overdo it, because it kind of drowns your voice, and then it becomes like kind of like you're screeching. I think that track right there, you kind of slowed it down. You gave us a softer side of you. And I always say, man, whenever you kind of speak on some kind of like emotion, people will vibe with that. The only thing I say that was bad about that track was it was only 2 minutes. I'm seeing that's kind of like a repeating thing in this project. Everything is like 2 minutes long. I don't know if it's supposed to. This is a mixtape, right? If this is a mixtape, then by all means, it's fine. I understand you're just getting straight to the point. 17 tracks. Really, it's only like 14. I can kind of see what you did there, just giving us a little bit more. But it is on Apple Music, so everything to me nowadays is an album if it's on Apple Music. But I like that track right there, man. That's one of my favorites on here. Probably my third favorite on here, too. Like, Love Me Forever, Boom, Talk to Me. I like that, man. Track 9, Das Cap.
Knew that nigga was broke. Broke ass nigga. That's cap. Talking online, you get pal. My young nigga keep a scrap. Draw with the scrap on his lap.
Y'all hear that?
I'm finna Bentley, it ain't got no ceilings. You mad fuck your feelings. All of my niggas be wildin'. Stay with the cannon, the game wildin' out. Rich and it ain't cause of rap. Yeah, bitch, I ain't rentin'. I hop in the Bentley, it ain't got no ceiling. You mad fuck your feelings. Transport. Stay the money till I make a camp for it.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Man, you know the world will be a lot. I say, I do what I say, you feel me? That's cap. Talking online, you get pal. My young nigga keep a scrap.
Hey, I'm kind of full with this one, man.
Posting up in the trap.
Alright, yo, back to back, man. Yachty with the back to backs. I like that track right there. He was basically acknowledging his haters. He's like, I don't understand why people capping. Why people be lying. I'm the same way. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand why people kind of live a facade or try to like. My number one thing is, you know, when someone, if you make like example, this is like, I don't want to throw no shade on nobody either, but this is like when people only make like what, $1,200. I know somebody actually like this in real life. You know, like you make $1,200 a month, right? And you know your priorities are just all fucked up. You want to buy 500 Balmain jeans. You want to spend $500 overprice on Yeezys, and then you want to buy you a Gucci Supreme backpack or whatever. I don't know. You know, I don't know. I'm not like that. Y'all know me. I'm not like that. I'm kind of smart with my money. But then you want to have all that just so you can take a picture on Instagram, flex on people, like, look what I got on, yo. I got all this shit. And then at the end of the day, like, yo, you have $100 left in your bank account, like, for the month. Like, what kind of mindset is that? You know, broke niggas trying to act rich. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never understood that. So I understand what Yachty was saying. He's like, I ain't capping, bro. Like, this is who I am. Everything I speak on, I've done, and I can respect that. I definitely have respect for that track. And I kind of like, I don't know if that was like a violin or something, like, you know, that, and I had it going on in the loop in the production. I was feeling that. I like that track overall. Like, that's probably one of my favorite. That's probably my favorite track on here. You know, I just liked his vibe all over that track. I like the way it felt like it was just natural. Like, he was just, let me turn on this beat and let me just start rapping and having fun. I think that's what he should have been doing from the get-go. I mean, I don't know, man. I want to like Yachty so bad, but he just does certain things that's kind of like, for me, it's just like why? Why'd you just do that? Track 10, Pop Out featuring J Band, Money to Turn.
I'm in the hood, Miss Winners. Basketball six in a beamer. Pull up with sticks, pull up with clicks. All of these hoes, they going. All of my shooters, they pop. Yeah, pop out. Pop out. Yeah, pop out. Yeah, what's up? Hey, diamonds on loud. Diamonds on loud. What's this fucking white out? Double my cut till I pass out. Sippin' act now. Ooh, treating that back like a Honda. Speed it. I jumped up off the post. You ain't know, now you know, nigga. I take 4-4, nigga. Bitch, run me my sack before I come through. $8,000 plus a jet on the back end. I'm not pretending this shit. I got 6 Catholic hoes in his center and shit. Put a shit up, bust it down.
Hey.
Bought in the crib, got several amenities. You gon' get shot like the Kennedys.
Yeah.
But my shit crazy. Canary yellow diamonds in my mouth like I bit a daisy. I'm with Lil Baby, yeah. Keep it 380, yeah. I'm with Big. Me, yeah. Want him for to try to play me, yeah. Shoot his ass right up in here. Diamonds, they shine like a headlight. I keep that little bitch up her head right. I'ma lay up and fuck on her air night. When I'm leaving, I'm headed straight to the flight. Got a tiger, but now I'm not Mike type. Scuff in the club like fight night.
That's NBA Youngboy? Hey, I might have to, you know, take a listen to some of his moves. I like the way kid flowing. Hold on.
Right. Put that little bitch on a spirit flight. Return to the next 21 night. We running and ducking from squad life.
Yo!
Nigga rich, nigga, I'm a big bag getter. Bitch, nigga, snitch, nigga, never met a real nigga. Never had 6 figures, my bitch do tricks, nigga. I go by Lil Boat, and I'm coolin' with some real hitters.
You see what bruh, that's what I expected from that T Grizzly track. Something like this right here. This man, Lil Yachty, dog, was going in on this track. And that's what I'm speaking on. Like, you can rap. You got a certain style that sounds good. If it sounds good, stop fucking with that other shit. The other shit is dumpster juice. This shit gooch sweat. Stay to something like this and people will fuck with you. Because you can rap when you actually try. Everybody has a plan that they gotta stick to when they making music. They got I said a plan. They got a sound. This is the sound that you need to start using because people love this shit. This is when you can actually rap. NBA Youngboy, look, before we get into his legal stuff, hey, I don't know who NBA Youngboy is, but I might have to do a little first listen to him because I definitely like the way kid rapping. I know he's a young kid, you know what I'm saying, made a little couple nuggethead mistakes, but I feel like this man, this young dude, he flowing. I like the way he rap. He got a good rapping voice. But to his legal issues, man, I can't really support that, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to understand the age we live in with the internet and, you know, how everybody's super emotional. Like, no matter what you do, if it's frowned upon at least a little bit, you're going to get dragged for it. And look, racism is going on, bro. And this is the time and age where they want to see black people fail. So you go ahead and motherfucker sling a chick and you start throwing her and hit her. Saw what happened to Ray Rice. Everybody thought Ray Rice was gonna get away with that shit. No, sir. Bro, Ray Rice has not touched a field since he got, since he got in trouble. And at that point, it's not about the money, because to that guy, Ray Rice, football was a passion. To go from a Super Bowl champ, possible MVP in that game, to just like nothing. You got millions of dollars, but now you can't play the game you love, and your reputation is forever tarnished. Same thing with this NBA young boy, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Exactly what it is. You're a young boy. You got to get your head right. You got to, I understand that you're young, 17, he might be 18. I don't know if he got charged as an adult. But, like, even then, man, you got enough sense to know that that's not what you're supposed to do. I understand a lot of people say that's how you're raised, but come on, man. That's why the whole thing with, like, Kodak and all them, like, I just don't give no pass. I don't understand. Like, you guys, people are given an outlet. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys made it. You guys have money to do whatever you want. You can go get food if you're hungry. You got a place to live. You got, fancy cars to drive. You got women that love you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got a lot of stuff that only some people dream about. And, people work their ass off every day for it. And you guys are just hand it to you. And, you take it for granted. I think a lot of people just really don't look in the mirror. And that's something that really kind of irks me when you think about it, man. Like, that's why they always say, people 9 times out of 10 would do it all over again. They will work hard for what they got, because when you work hard, it kind of like builds your character. It shows you who you are. It kind of gives you that backbone. You're saying you don't really take anything for granted. So, I'm loving that track, man. I definitely like what I heard from there. NBA young boy, look, man, prayers up to you. Maybe a little jail time for a year, get you right. That's all I'm gonna say about that. And Lil Yachty, look, that's how you should rap. Because when you rap like that, this shit is fire. Track 12, Mickey, featuring Offset and Lil Baby.
Trapping out the back street, running through the patch like a trap meet. Full up with 2 pistols on me, max P. Back to back, the bend the truck, we on repeat.
Bought a chain, coulda bought a Bugatti. Niggas dig riding with a Ducati. Check it out, check out. Ride around town with the sticks out. Goddamn, think I need a new hobby. Bought a chain, coulda bought a Bugatti. Niggas dig riding with a Ducati.
The chopper and base with a glizzy. A nigga try Yachty, we shoot up the city. Fast them other niggas, how we got busy. It ain't no street till we hitting the video.
They had that mystery eerie beat going on in the background. It fit Offset. Someone just tweeted me every time Offset speaks about his Patek, Philippe Patek, or Patiki, Helga G Pataki, whatever y'all want to motherfucking call it, alright? I'm just saying, man, that man really does speak about that watch like he's obsessed with that shit. Look, I understand. I'd be obsessed too if I spent $100K on something ridiculous. Anyways, Lil Yachty, man. I think Lil Yachty, like I said, he kind of just tells himself. He tells a lot of people just hate me because I'm rich. Like, I honestly think he, that's his reasoning. He like forces it into his head. Tells himself that's why people. That's the reason people hate on me, because I'm rich. That's the only possible reason people can hate on me, because I got so much money. Like, nah, dog, we don't hate you because you got money. We actually are happy that you are a brother that got out the hood and now have money to do whatever you want. And one thing I praise you on, Lil Yachty. This is one thing I praise Lil Yachty on that people really overlook, why they give him a lot of hate, and I don't understand. Lil Yachty does not get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? He's a good Samaritan, you know what I'm saying? Like, he does everything for the kids. He say he likes the kids. He's never kind of like, even when he had like the diss track with like DDG, he was kind of cool about it. He was like, whatever, fine. Like, I bet in real life, actually in person, Lil Yachty is a cool ass dude. But when I'm just saying, when it comes to music, like, that's what really people are hating on. It's the music. There's only so many things that Lil Yachty is going to rap about. We understand he's not a conscious rapper. Sometimes he gets into his emotion. I like those kind of tracks. But for the most part, he's going to talk about his money, his haters, and what he's going to do with his money. And that track right there, like, it was a cool ass beat. Like I said, the production is always going to be fire with Lil Yachty. He has a great production team. Lil Baby is that's a throwaway. Offset, I am proud of you for not talking about your Patek. And I like Offset on kind of like those slower beats, because I feel like his flow does really well on that. But not a bad track from Lil Yachty. Not another. We got 3 tracks in a row where Lil Yachty did his thing, and I'm starting to feel that this is not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Personally, track 13, Fuck With Me.
Wish with the cuss cut off, pump with the sawed off. Niggas around me go commando, yeah.
I never understood that when people like take the crust off of the bread. Like, I actually like that part. Like, same thing with like eating the booty of the bread. Like, the bread that's at the bottom. Like, what's wrong with that bread? Because I fuck that shit up on all types of Sammys. You know what I'm saying?
Hit from the back, her chain hit the headboard. It sound like a bell. Pussy nigga, I repel. Pills gon' pop her wherever. The baby gon' pop her wherever. Stay out the mix. Stay with a bitch in the whip. Hellcat hit a flip.
You know what always baffles me about Yachty? It's like sometimes I want to know what goes through his mind, because he was sitting there rapping and the track was called FWM, you know, which can mean fuck with me. I mean, he probably has another acronym for it, but if you think about it, like, what was the track actually about? And what was he actually rapping about? Because that was literally all over the place. Like, he talking about, you know, he effing his girl, and then his chain hit the bedboard, and it go ding, sound like a bell, and then I get in the money, and then I don't know what car I want to get in, but it's like the Ferrari, the G-Wagon, and damn, and then I might go to court. I don't know yet. Let's go to the park, you know, walk some dogs. After I walk some dogs, you know, maybe I might just go to this restaurant. 2-for-1 special. I'm thinking Chinese today. Yeah, Chinese. China. Oh, I got a little bad China girl. You know, I just hit from the back. Damn, what you think about doing next week? Oh, you know, I just made $1 million. Lil Boat. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't. Where is his substance? Like, what is he doing with his raps? Like, what is he talking about? There's no topic. Like, it's just literally just random thoughts in his head. Like, let me just start rapping, and, you know, whatever comes off the top of my head, we're gonna do it. Like some kind of like psychology meeting. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when they put the paper up, they be like, hey, what you think about this? First word that comes to mind. What do you think about this? Lil Boat, track 14, Flex.
Cop a crib with a back, got a Ferris wheel. Flex for the fuck boys, hate cause you suck, boy. Flex for the fuck boys, hate cause you suck, boy. Flex for the fuck boys, hate cause you suck, boy. Bitch, yeah, you stay up on my nuts, boy. Get your guap right, get your mind right. Denim Japanese.
Oh my god, that's trash. Oh my god. That shit is straight dumpster juice, boy. Oh my god, that track was terrible, yo. There was nothing to flex about that on that track, bro. That shit was trash. Fucking gooch sweat, guys. Come on, man. 15, whole lot of guap.
Ooh, too many bands, I can't thumb it. Ooh, watch how I thumb it. Yeah, chop it came with a junkie. Oh, I hit the jump for the kicks. I fuck the bitch in the whip it up. Got a chopper in the kitchen. 100 bitches, they all with it. And I ball like I'm fit. Don't fall when you dressing like I seen the camera. Yeah, everyday Christmas. Baby girl, tell me your wish list. Like, fucking a bitch.
I just gave you the plan, dog. Like, do what you was doing those other tracks, man. This shit is terrible, guys. This shit is terrible. Track 16, Baby Daddy, featuring... Oh my god! Lil Pump? Really? I can't handle one. I don't know if I can handle both of y'all at the same time. And Offset again. Oh man, I know he gonna break the streak. He gonna talk about the Protect, bro.
Free on the coke, on 30D with the whole gang. Pull up, we bringing the pain. Fucking a bitch, grabbing her throat, popping out all of her veins. Shoot out the roof, no aim. Shoot out the roof, no aim. I want the guap, you can have fame. I made them blue honey sing.
It's Fiji. Too much I saw me, the doctor come see me. Niggas hate on me, that wish they could see me. On my car foreign, it ain't got no ceiling. Blow 200 bands in the night. Show you how I'm living life.
Green, white, look like chalk. I got your bitch, I just bought. How much you think in my vault? Chopper with the pump, it got salt. Pay that cost 100 old law.
Like, I knew it. I knew that shit was coming, man. Like, it never fails, bro. My dude, Offset, guy always gotta mention his Protect, bro, or Patiki. Tiki. You know, like, whatever y'all want to call that shit, man. Like, he always has to reference it at least once. Like, I don't know why now. Every time I listen to an Offset track, that's the first thing I gotta, like, look for. You know, do you know there's a problem when Lil Pump is outshining you on your own track? Like, I think that's when you just gotta kind of look at yourself in the mirror and be like, damn, bro, it's like Lil Pump is really outdoing me right now. Like, as a rapper, I would feel kind of like that's a slap in my face. Like, I would feel disrespected, to be honest with you. To be honest, I think I quit my rap career at that point if Lil Pump would, you know, out rap me. Like, no, it just wouldn't fly by me, bro. Like, I couldn't call myself a rapper if Lil Pump out rap me. Yeah, like, nah. And the last track, 66 featuring my guy, Trippie Redd. Come on, Trippie.
Flexing 40 bands from the pop out. Ayy, pulling on the block, I got my Glock out. Ayy, I just put up in a Bentley.
Oh, that's what we need, Trippie.
I'ma keep on running it up. I'ma keep on running it up. Fucking it up. This chopper busting you up.
Same bitches coming all up on my cock now. 20 bitches and they all coming with me. Side by side, me and Trippie, girl, I'm tryna fuck, why is you venting? In 2016, I got harder than your skating. 28.
I can't lie, man. That track right there, like I said, whenever Yachty gets to kind of his like a little emotional, look, I care about other people type track, I fuck with that, you know what I'm saying? For the people tracks, I want to call it. You know, Trippie Redd is all, look, like I said, Trippie Redd for me is more like a better version of Lil Uzi Vert. I like Trippie. I like the music that he makes. It is what it is. But yeah, man, let's just get to the album, man. You know, what I think about the album. No matter what, at the end of the day, y'all gotta realize, man, it's my opinion, it's Miami's opinion. It does not matter. Like, my opinion to this point right now in music is irrelevant. You know, they're like, I mean, yeah, I got a couple following, but no matter what I say, it just gets overlooked anyway. So, like, I can speak whatever how I want to speak. For me, man, like, with Lil Yachty, man, like, first and foremost, I do not hate Lil Yachty as a person. I definitely love his come up. I'm glad that he got out the hood. I'm glad that he's making a lot of money at the age of 20. You know, you're the rest of your life is basically set up. Like, you can do anything you want now for the rest of your life. You know, you did everything you needed to do for your family and all that. I respect that. Just sometimes, man, your music is questionable. This mixtape right here, there's probably only like 6 tracks that I was really feeling, and I'm not even gonna like I'm not like, I've always been straight up with people. That's who I am. That's why people like kind of like fuck with me. You know, I'm not scared to bite my tongue. I will not lie about some shit. We have tracks right here like Boom featuring Ugly Guy. I thought was really good. Talk to Me featuring Quavo, even though I think Quavo kind of like took over that track. We had tracks like NBA Young Boat. Like, I like that track. I felt like you should have used that same energy on Get Money Bros with T Grizzly, because I feel like you and T Grizzly had so much chemistry on D to the A that, you know, that I thought that was what we were gonna get, bangers like that. But I felt like NBA Young Boat was probably the best track on here. 66 featuring Trippie Redd was another one that was really good. And then I also listened to a couple tracks more, you know, twice over when I listened to the album again, which was Das Cap, Mickey, and Fuck With Me. Actually, I kind of like, I know I kind of shit on, I think I shit on Fuck With Me the first time around, but I listened to it again, you know, it kind of stuck to me. So I'm not gonna lie, there was like 7 tracks on here, 7 to 8 tracks that I was really feeling, you know, that I could probably like listen to within the next week before they fade out. And then there's like 3 tracks on here that I'll probably listen to for a while, which is NBA Young Boat, Das Cap, and Boom featuring Ugly Guy. I just think that sometimes, man, you know, you have a certain sound that people like, and I feel like you try to experiment to other styles, and you think that it's gonna be cool just because you Lil Yachty, and I like that. It's not, man. Like, it doesn't sound good at all. And sometimes I feel like you also get off topic. You like to rap about just random shit, and it just makes no sense. There's no like kind of like cohesion. There's no topic that you get into. Like, it's kind of like you're just freestyling. Which is like, all right, yeah, if you're going to freestyle, you're going to freestyle. Just say you're freestyling, but don't give us, you know, music. And you're like, oh, yeah, this is a rap. This is an actual song. Like, nah, it's not. I feel like you could have did a little bit better. Is this better than Teenage Emotions? Personally, I do think it's better than Teenage Emotions. Do I think it's better than Lil Boat? No, I do not think it's better than Lil Boat. Lil Boat will always be your masterpiece, your go-to. You know, nothing is better than that Mario sample you had. I forget which it was from, the Mario startup menu sample that you put in. That was a real cool track. That's still one of my favorite tracks from you. And obviously you have One Night. Your sounds do get better as you make more music. Production has always been your strong suit. Production all throughout this thing is, you know, whoever is on your team, you know, tell them they're doing a good job. I'm just saying, Yachty, man, like, you know, you just need to do a little bit better on the rapping. I mean, that's just, it is what it is. But I can't tell you nothing, because I feel like if I actually had a conversation to Yachty about music, that he will come at me and the first thing he would just say is, yo, money is not as tall as mine. That's the first thing he would probably say. And I feel like, yeah, okay, once we get past that, now let's talk about the music. He just wouldn't have anything to say. I mean, like, look, if people really like it, I think, you know, Yachty is a real nice guy. I done seen his interview on Complex when Joe Budden was just going ham, and you know, like, he was just chill. You know, like, I felt that. I was like, there was no reason for Joe to go on him like that. But at the same time, Joe felt like he was kind of disrespecting hip-hop. The whole Nautica thing, man, you are getting your bands up, like, my guy. Like, you're doing it right. You are, and the one thing I do say other that you have different from X, from Tekashi, from Kodak, from NBA YoungBoy, all these rappers that you have that's different is you stay in your lane and you stay out of trouble, man. Like, you 20 years old and you staying out of trouble and you just making your money. That's one thing I can appreciate you that will take you a long way. No matter how much X them blow up and all that stuff, and they become great artists and whatever, everybody likes them. There's one thing that they can't take away from you, and that's, you know, your character, my guy. Like, you are a good kid. You know what I'm saying? There is nothing like you have done wrong. You know, you may be a villain to the rap scene. Like, a lot of people might not like your music, but you're a good citizen, my guy. Like, there's 3 things that you can have as a man. That's your balls, your word, and your character. And, you know, your character is really flawless right now. And you ain't really done nothing to go on the masses. You ain't really, like, you ain't did nothing to the feminists. You just been to yourself making money. And I appreciate that. I'm just going to keep it like that, man. Look, if y'all think this is better than all his previous projects, then by all means, that is cool with y'all. I mean, look, everybody has their own opinion. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I'm not going to hate you for yours, so don't hate me for mine. I think that this is probably, like, better than Teenage Emotions, slightly. I do not think it's better than, you know, Lil Boat at all. I think Yachty just needs to find his sound. Like I said, I like when he does that kind of like fast rap, you know, that D to the A, you know, that NBA Young Boat. I like tracks like that when he does that, even when he gets really emotional, you know, on kind of the emotional side where he's not saying fuck people, you know, I make money, where he's actually just, you know, kind of like, you know, being subtle, you know what I'm saying, being kind of soft, if you want to call it, you know, like tracks with Trippie Redd. I like that. So if he can keep stuff like that and make a whole like 13, 12 tracks about that, and I would dig it, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. But at the end of the day, he is making his money, and it is what it is, so you can't really kind of tell him nothing in his eyes. But hopefully this video doesn't get blocked, because, you know, it is usually where I get blocked by Yachty. Like, it just happens. Like, my Lil Boat got blocked and some other videos. That Lil Boat video was actually one of my goats of all time, and it got taken down. I'm kind of sad about that. But till the next time, man, it's been your boy Dev. Don't forget, follow me on social medias. Let me know what y'all want to hear, man. Yeah, follow me on my Instagram, guys. Come on now, like, follow the boy. All right. I need to get 10K so I can put the little swipe down feature. That's kind of making me mad. But till the next time, man, it's been your boy Dev. We out. Yeah.